Podcast 297, Chapter 1 of Stewart Russell's The Mystery Call, Copyright 2026 by Dr. William Anderson Gittins, D.D., ISBN 978-976-9794290. Welcome to Literature in Focus, Interdisciplinary Perspectives. I am Dr. William Anderson Gittins, D.D., broadcasting from the beautiful island of Barbados, and today we examine Chapter 1 of Stewart Russell's The Mystery Call, Copyright 2026, ISBN 978-976-9794290, Through Multiple Lenses, Literature, Podcasting, Publishing, Photojournalism, Cinematography, Media Arts, Cultural Theory, and Divinity. Chapter 1 introduces Carson Marshall and his friends as they prepare for a summer trip to idyllic gardens, a setting of stunning beauty, yet hidden danger. The narrative tension culminates in a mysterious warning phone call, foreshadowing events to come. Narrative construction and literary technique. Russell employs classical storytelling, presenting a linear narrative while embedding subtle clues for the reader. Carson's anticipation of summer serves multiple purposes. It reveals his personality, introduces the setting, and creates reader investment before the central conflict emerges. This aligns with Fred Tighe's 1863 to 1894 model of dramatic structure, where exposition establishes characters and circumstances. Carson's aspiration to become a forensic expert foreshadows his investigative role in future mysteries, a common convention in detective fiction. Catwelly, 1976. The pacing is deliberate. Emotional engagement precedes suspense, consistent with Brooks' 1984 recommendation that readers' investment enhances tension. Characterization and social dynamics. Chapter 1 excels in character development. Carson is intelligent, adventurous, and morally grounded. His companions, Dirk, Ralph, Anna, and June, complement him in unique ways. Dirk, as a trickster figure, balances humor with intellect. Jung, 1984. Ralph embodies disciplined leadership while managing vulnerability through asthma. Anna subverts traditional beauty tropes with intelligence and humility. Butler, 1990. June adds emotional complexity, reflecting authentic adolescent relationships. Together, they create a believable social ecosystem. Environmental imagery and ecological consciousness. Idyllic Gardens is depicted with photojournalistic precision. Streams, waterfalls, dragonflies, and nocturnal fireflies populate the landscape. Bart's, 1981. Eco-critically, Carson's bond with nature illustrates environmental awareness and experimental learning. Goldfleet and Form, 1996. Eco-critically, Carson's bond with nature illustrates environmental awareness and experiential learning. Goldfleet and From, 1996. The text draws an explicit parallel to the Garden of Eden. I quote, "But just like the Garden of Eden, Carson's paradise also had its serpent," end quote. This duality of beauty and danger introduces moral and theological undertones. Cinematography and media arts. Russell's writing is inherently cinematic. Wide landscape descriptions transition to close-ups of character interactions, mirroring visual storytelling. Dialogue sequences are natural, ideal for film or podcast adaptation. The telephone warning, I quote, "Stay away from idyllic gardens," end quote, serves as a suspenseful cinematic reveal, a technique common in thriller cinema. The chapter demonstrates a narrative's ability to spread a single story across multiple platforms, suitable for podcasts, films, or digital storytelling. Jenkins, 2006. Podcasting and audio narrative. Chapter 1 translates seamlessly into audio. Environmental descriptions lend themselves into immersed soundscapes, flowing streams, insects, waterfalls, school bells, and the ringing phone. Dialogue is realistic, with banter among Carson, Dirk, and Ralph creating engagement. The anonymous caller introduces immediate narrative tension, compelling listeners to continue the story. McHugh, 2016. Cultural theory and social meaning. From a cultural perspective, education, friendship, and masculinity emerge as central themes. Academic achievement represents social mobility, while friendship reflects communal values common in Caribbean and post-colonial societies. Hall, 1997. Masculinity is represented through intellectual, investigative, and athletic lenses, coexisting harmoniously. The chapter challenges superficial judgments. Beauty, humor, or vulnerability does not define capability. Publishing and adult literature context. As a young adult adventure mystery, the mystery called balances accessible prose with sophisticated themes. Cart, 2016. It addresses identity, moral decision-making, environmental awareness, and social responsibility, making it relevant for education and broader readership. Theological and divinity perspectives. The Edenic imagery encompasses the visual and metaphorical motifs of primeval paradise. Abundance and innocence frames human vulnerability and moral discernment. Carson's attraction to idyllic gardens reflects a desire to reconnect with creation, while the warning call introduces ethical ambiguity. Family interactions, particularly with Mr. Marshall, reinforce guidance, humor, and relational warmth. The chapter emphasizes virtues such as wisdom, courage, and discernment. Conclusion. Chapter 1 establishes a compelling foundation for a mystery adventure narrative. Through rich environmental description, multi-dimensional characterization, cinematic pacing, and moral undertones, Russell engages readers across disciplines. The mysterious warning transforms an anticipated summer adventure into a narrative charged with suspense and ethical reflection. Whether approached from literary, media, cultural, or theological perspectives, this chapter exemplifies the power of interdisciplinary analysis in understanding contemporary young adult literature. Thank you for joining me on Literature in Focus. I am Dr. William Anderson Giddens, D.D. In our next episode, we'll continue exploring Stuart Russell's narrative, unraveling the deeper mysteries of the mystery call. God bless.